Hi, my name is Beth Hiley here for Board Game Geek TV at Gen Con 2015. I'm sitting down with Nick Bentley of North Star Games.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Who has brought us the second edition now of Evolution.
That's right,
We were talking about this just before, we wanted both to just overview the game for those who haven't tried it, but also to highlight what might be different if you were looking at or owned the first edition and what the second edition might bring you, which I'm going to bust in and just say that it still has the best first turn marker of all time.
Yeah, it's a scientifically proven fact.
This is the best.
Definitely the best start player marker.
Absolutely.
For sure. Okay, so in this game we're creating and controlling species and endowing them with traits so they can survive and feed. So this thing over here is a species, and as you can see it has a characteristic body size and population which can fluctuate over the course of the game. And species also have traits that give them special powers. And some of these special powers are conditioned on the population and the body size of the species you have. And species also synergize with one another and their traits combo with one another. So the goal with your species is to compete with other species to eat as much food as you can. This is food, these little chits. There are a couple of other sources of points, but the main source of points is the food. So you have to eat as much as possible. And all the other players are trying to eat the food that's available before you can. And if you don't get to eat food, you starve.
I feel like there should be a nom nom joke in there somehow.
Yeah, there has been many. But in addition to that, there are trait cards that turn you into a carnivore. I don't think I have. Why can't I find one? Anyway, so you can be turned into a carnivore, in which case you eat other players and you can drive them to extinction that way. So it's a game with very simple rules, but a lot of depth. It was invented by a former professional Magic the Gathering player, and it really shows. We're now printing our second edition. We finished our Kickstarter for it a little while ago. The Kickstarters are shipping out right now, and it's available here at Gen Con as well. And there are some differences between the first edition and the second edition. So some of the components are a little bit more refined. So the backgrounds on some of the art have been improved, for example. The watering hole where some of the food hangs out, it's easier to see the food on the watering hole there, for example. There are nicer little food bags. We call them stomach pouches. And some of the card functions have changed. Just a little more polish, a little more refinement, make it a little more thematic as well. So it retails for $55. And that's it.
So, it seemed like it was a really solid seller for you guys last year, so enough so obviously to warrant a second printing.
We've done many printings,
actually. That's true. This is just the ramped up version.
So what happens is we keep underestimating demand and printing more, and then the demand goes up, and it's a new underestimate. So
I feel as though that's only appropriate, that given that there is an evolution of your production.
That's right.
Yes!
Really
that's
good.
where the handshake.
So we're doing really well with it. We're really happy how it's doing. Yeah.
Well, if you haven't checked it out, that is Evolution from North Star Games, which is now in its second edition, a little bit bigger and better than before. And Nick, thank you for bringing it by.
Thank you very much.